Hey everyone, Shebim here and welcome back to more of our Gibraltar Challenge. Right, our first season as a professional team, and I bet you're wondering what on earth we have done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through our first team. We've got 4 new players, so nothing major, but some cracking players have been brought in. So at the moment I've just got my team set out for how I'm going to be going for our first game of the season, which is going to be a Champions League qualifier against Gibraltar, which is going to be an interesting game. Are we the favourites or are they the favourites? They're the favourites. Okay. Only just though. We've got a good opportunity here. Right. So first of all then in goal, of course, we stick with Thomas Martinho for his second season with the club. One of our right backs this season is going to be Danny Fernandez. Of course, we had him last season as well. Jack Fitzwater stays with the club as well. We also stick with David Taylor, whose stats are getting pretty good. Now all these guys are training full-time, and the stats are going up a bit quicker as well. James Dean is going to continue on as well with the squad this season. We've also got one of our first new signing, Dan Martin, a Welsh lad we signed from Cardiff Met University. He cost us nothing, he was a free transfer. Looks like a pretty handy player, has some pretty good stats, can play right back and right midfield as well, so I'm pretty happy with this player, to be honest. Sergio Andrade staying with us as well this season. I've also got Matt Blake, the left... Well, he played left back a lot last season, but I think I'm going to try and push him forward into left mid this season. Got a lot of Welsh players this year. Another new player this season. Again, another Welshman in George Martin, again from Cardiff Met University. I don't know what it is about these guys, but they seem to have a cracking team. I don't know what it is. I've had it before in previous playthroughs where they just get some really, really good young players. They must have a really good youth academy, because anything I can imagine. But yeah, 2 fantastic players we've nicked from them this season. Another new player in the team this season then is going to be Nicholas Schubert, who is a German cam/striker who we nicked from TNS. The first player I've actually had to pay for in this window, £2,500 for him, but I think that's going to be an absolute bargain, to be honest with you. Wayne Hill's going to stick around for now up front. Of course, we are only beginning of July, so there's a chance that they might get picked up by bigger teams. He's wanted by quite a few big teams, isn't he? Also, then we've got Nick Campbell-Lean, who's hopefully going to continue on with us. Who's he wanted by Burton on a free transfer? Charlie Rowan sticks around as well. Very, very good squad player. This will be his 3rd season with us now. Ron Cooper, he's currently in line to go out on loan, I believe, to somebody. There we go, Lincoln Red Imps. I don't think he's going to get a lot of football with us this season, so I think that'll be a good one for him. Dominic Gardner, also going to be pretty useful. He is also wanted by quite a few clubs on loan, but I think we'll keep a hold of him this season, I think. Ryan Sears, Welsh right back and centre back. Good player to have around the squad. We're going to stick with Tyreek Backinson as well, another good centre mid. A rough little injury at the moment. We've got the final new player I brought in, which is Anton Lubovianov. He is another free transfer. The scouts seem to reckon he had a really good potential, so we brought him in. The coaches also reckon he's got a good potential. He's decent for now, but it'll be interesting to see how he moves on further into the future. Max Haygarth's still around. I'm not quite sure. Well, now that he's working full-time, he might be able to get his stats a bit further. Sam Surridge is still with the club, after becoming our record goal scorer last season. And finally, we're sticking with Cassano. I was tempted to let him go, but I think we'll stick with him for another season. I think he's done pretty well. There are more players in our reserves, but I think for now we'll just stick with these, and as the players from the reserves come into the team, I will showcase more as we go along. But first of all, we have got home and away legs against Gibraltar in the Champions League first qualifying stage. So without further ado, let's get straight into that first game. The team's already set up, you've already seen it as well, so that is good. We're going to go with a different formation this time, with the 2 cams sitting behind the striker. So it should be pretty interesting. I reckon this is going to be a good season for us. I think winning the league is going to be a bit of a given for us, but it's down to how we get in the Champions League. It's difficult because we haven't played any games so far. So our match fitness is not great whatsoever. Again, I'm not even reading these, to be honest. I always just pick the top one. So yeah, I want to see how we get on. Hopefully our match fitness is not going to be too much of a problem. We are at home, so I would expect that we would hopefully do well in this first leg. And you never know. Take a lead back to Gibraltar. I mean, if we can get through to the second round of the Champions League qualifiers, that'd be amazing. There's a lot more money involved in this than there is in the Euros as well. I think even if we lose, I think we go into the Euro qualifiers instead. And again, there'll be a lot of money involved. But I think it's going to be a pretty easy season, so I think I'm going to probably show you less and less league games this season and get more and more into the cup games. And even the cup games are going to start coming pretty easy as well. So I think as time goes on, we might end up just showing you the Champions League games every season, because domestically it's going to become very easy now until some of the other teams can catch us up. So we're going to have to try and, improve the national side as well. Look at this, 9 shots. 9 shots to 1, 3 on target, 66% possession. We should be in front of this. We've been doing so well. And please, keep it up. Come on. Let's get ourselves a goal. You can do this. I mean, we've got a few debutants here today. Martin, Blake, and Schubert all on their debuts. Not Blake. What are you on about? Martin, and Schubert. 2 Martins. Still 0-0. We do have a highlight. Blake puts the ball into the box. It's Fitzwater. Heads it over the top. Disappointing. I think we have to make a substitution. I'm a little bit disappointed at the moment, I must admit. Let's change the tactics, because I feel like I've got Gardner on the bench, but I feel like I'm going to push Schubert further up. How is Andrade doing? He's doing okay, but do I want to bring on someone different? So if I put Martin there, Schubert can be a striker. You can go in there. Just trying to think of the best way to do this, because we are dominating the game, so I feel like we probably can. Okay, let's make a triple. Let's make a double sub. So we're going to bring on Nick Campbell-Lean and Lubievanov, and we're going to bring them both into the middle. Go for the 2 strikers. Okay, so we're going to go with you as a deep line playmaker, I suppose, and then Nick Campbell-Lean as a box advanced playmaker. That's the one. Okay, so that's going to be our change around. Just have the 2 guys up front might just help us get this goal, because going back to Ludogorets could be very difficult unless we can get a goal. We are dominating the game. I'm quite frustrated, to be honest. Come on, Fernandez, get there. I'll be devastated if we lose this game. Now I'm going to be devastated, because we've dominated so much of it, and they're in. You watch them score their first real opportunity. Oh, Seba Martinho, good lad. Good freaking lad. It's over the top as well. It's going to be a goal kick. But I'm still a little bit disappointed the fact that it's still 0-0 after we've had 20 shots, 7 on target. I'm very disappointed in this result. Very disappointed. I mean, they were the favourites, but to be honest, the way that we played, we should be winning this game. Should have won that game. I mean, I'd say it's unlucky, but for me, we should have won it. But let's get into the second leg then. It is going to be away. We've not conceded an away goal, which does give us the advantage. It means a score draw in the second leg would put us through. Let's push forward. Right, here we are then into the second leg. We're going to keep the exact same team. I think they dominated the first leg so much that I feel like there's a good chance we could pull this out of the bag. Let's go against the odds. Come on, lads. Let's not read that. Okay. We dominated the first leg. Huge amount of possession. Huge amount of shots. We just could not score the goal. It was pretty useful because of that now, because it means we can get a score draw here and it will put us through on away goals. So we're in a decent position. Ludogorets are the favourites for this game though. There's Dean, Andrade, back to Dean. We made a lot of money on that previous one. We made 40 grand on that last game, the first leg, which is actually the most we've ever made in history through gate receipts as Europa points. That's fantastic to see. That's what we sort of want. We want more money coming in the window because, well, we're going to be spending a lot more now because the players have brought in the fact we're professional now. I've spent a lot of money, I've invested a lot of money in some of these players, so we need to make sure that we make enough money throughout the season to make sure that we stay profitable. Which I'm trying to do by signing up lots of good young players that we can sell on for profits in the future. Martin to Martin. Back to Martin. Back to Martin. He takes a shot. He's got it. George Martin. His first goal for the club. It's an away goal in the Champions League. Wow. How important could that be from the young Welshman, George Martin? Very, very important. There's a nice little 1-2 here again. Well, it wasn't really 1-2, was it? And he just is in space there and just took the shot along the ground. Keeper probably should have done better. But either way, I'm not going to be too annoyed. George Martin with the goal makes it 1-0. Okay, guys. We could get through to the second qualifying stage of the Champions League here. Ludogorets is a big game if we can beat this, you know. Oh. Yeah, if we can come out on top of this, that'd be insane. They have a highlight, though. Remember, a goal score draw now would be enough to put us through on away goals. But we don't want to have to rely on that. But we might have to as they get an equaliser. Lubomir Petkov with the goal. We've also got a couple of friendlies coming up as well. It's just been booked in between this and the last one. Due to the players we've sold... Wow, look at the size of that stadium. Due to the players we've sold over the last season or so, we have friendlies coming up against Manchester City and Juventus, which is going to be... don't know how useful that's going to be, but it's going to get our match fitness up, I suppose. Right, so it's 1-1. This would be enough to put us through. "35 minutes gone, we still lead. And we're doing okay as well. Martin and... Well, the two Martins are doing really well. I'm glad George Martin's doing well, because he's a player who does have incredible stats, so I really was hoping that he's going to be incredibly effective for us this season. Here's Blake. Into Schubert. Across to Dan Martin. He's also scored. 2 Welshmen. Wow. Oh, that's yeah, we're doing bloody well here. Look at this. Schubert could have gone for a shot, but instead saw Dan Martin, played it across, headed into the back of the net. And there we go. 2-1 here, away at Ludogorets. They're in again, though. Don't let them score again straight away. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a freaking penalty. That's twice now we've got the lead and we've just thrown it away. Then again, they've got to score this penalty, but I feel like they should do. It's ancient. Oh, Martinho, what a save! The Portuguese goalkeeper doing us well. There's a ball into the box. It's headed out. Wayne Hill, by the way, in between this and the last game, has had an interest from Manchester City. He's also not happy that I refused that interest from Manchester City, though he might be the next player that does move on. I'm not happy about it, but it causes so much unrest in the squad if I don't accept it. So if I can get the right deal, then Wayne Hill might be the next player to move on. We've done well out of him. We paid a couple of grand from Lincoln Red Imps a few seasons ago for him, and obviously he must have a really good potential if Manchester City are trying to sign him now. Been very, very lucky in this game so far with high potential youngsters. Also in this window, I've not shown you yet, but I've signed a lot of 16-year-olds because my under-18s was virtually empty. So I've gone through and just picked up loads of 16-year-olds that had decent-looking potentials. I'm not going to show you them because chances are the majority of them aren't going to end up very good, but if any of them do start to pop up to be pretty good, then obviously they'll be showcased as part of a game somewhere. Come on, get the ball, get the ball, get the ball! Oh, it's took a deflection. It's taken a big deflection there. Zdravko Milev. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking whether we should go defensive or whether we should... I don't think if we go defensive... Well, we go defensive and hold on to the lead, but At the same time, I don't want to risk them coming onto us and us losing out. Maybe if I can go a bit more... maybe I could do that. If I was to bring on maybe Rowan in place of Andrade. He's not having a good game again. Oh, Blake's injured. Okay, that might actually change what I was about to do because Andrade needs to go out on the left now. Can Andrade play out on the left? No, not really. Who have I got in this team? Andrade. I've got no one who can play out on the right, have I? So Andrade can't play out on the left. No one else can, though, either, can they? No. So I'm going to have to probably go in narrow like I did last game, then, probably. Bring on Backinson in place of Blake. Maybe drop Martin back. And bring on Rowan. Maybe, can I bring this Martin back as well? Could you play in the centre mid, or you just attack? Oh, you're just attacking mid. You can't play back there, can you? Okay. So maybe I'm going to have to sit like this for now, then. It's not ideal. We've got no width whatsoever. That's going to be the problem, but I've got nobody else really on the bench I can bring on here. Unless I go either... I could go more defensive and do a bit like this. Have like a little X in the middle. Yeah, let's do this for now. And then we'll bring on Campbell Lean in the middle as well then, actually. Bit of fresh legs in the middle of the pitch. That is a double substitution. That's a triple substitution, actually. Okay, we've got fresh legs in the middle of the pitch now. You know what? I'm going to go to cautious because a score draw puts us through here and there's 10 minutes remaining. Let's go defensive. Come on, can we pull this off? Come on, lads, pull this off. Come on. Go on. 89. 90, 92, 93. I think we've done it. I think we... Oh, yes. Have we done it? I think that's it. We're through. Away goals. Yes. We're through to the next round of the Champions League. I don't know where that song came from there. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Right then, who are we going to get in the next round of the Champions League? Is it drawn yet? It is Sparta Prague. Okay. Another very, very tricky game. But the same odds what the Ludogorets game was, so you never know. You never freaking know. And also, if Wayne Hill does leave, then maybe I'm going to have to look at bringing another striker in. Although Sam Surridge should be back for the next game as well. Okay, I'll see how I get on. So we'll play forward then. I'll come back to you next game when we go up against Sparta Prague. I'm going to have to cancel this because it's just going to knacker our players out. I'm going to have to cancel. I can't cancel it. I can cancel the Man City one. I can't cancel the Juventus friendly. I don't want it. I don't want that game. It's going to knacker us out right in the middle. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, well. Yeah, I'll see you next video then. We'll play Sparta Prague, and if we do end up losing Wayne Hill, then obviously we're going to have to bring in another striker. Matt Blake is injured for all season. Okay. Well, that might force our hands of a new left midfielder as well then. How much money do we get for that? Does it say? Where's our prize money? Prize money. Prize money. Where's the prize money? Where's the prize money? I want to see the prize money. Did we get prize money? I don't know if we actually got prize money. We must have got prize money for that. I bet it was good either way. It'll be on here when it finances. Prize money. There's got to be some prize money somewhere. We didn't get any prize money for that then. 0. What? Well, that's a joke. Right then, I'll leave it there then. I'll come back. We're going to have to buy a new left midfielder because Blake's going to be out injured for 9 months, so that's going to be a problem. And hopefully we'll be ready to crack on against Sparta Prague. If you've enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all that other good stuff, and I'll see you again very, very soon for our next episode of the Gibraltar Challenge. Bye.